What a game between the Los Angeles Rams and the Kansas City Chiefs, in which records of all kinds were set. What is going on, y'all? Fox Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, some NFL here to talk about that Monday night showdown game that we saw between the Chiefs and the Rams, which was easily the game of the year and could be the game of the decade, game of the century, whatever you want to call it. I won't disagree, at least today, because that was special. So here to talk about that game in which obviously the Rams beat the Chiefs by a final score of 54-51. That's right, 54-51 is what the final score was. And this was the most points ever scored on a Monday night game. And it was almost to the point where it was going to be the most points scored between two teams in NFL history had it gone to overtime. But we'll talk about that in a second here. So with that being said, if you're new to the channel, make sure to go ahead and hit that big red subscribe button. I talk a lot of NFL on this channel, and you do not want to miss out on that. With that being said, if you have not turned on my post notifications either, go ahead and turn that on. And also hit me up on my social media while you're at it down below. So with that being said, let's break down this game. Let's get started. So I always start with the numbers. You guys know this, and I've never been more excited to go through the numbers than I am right now. Folks, let's just talk about this and just appreciate the amount of offense that was put up on the field today. Okay, I already mentioned to you guys, this is the most points ever in NFL history on a Monday night game. This is the first time in NFL history a losing team has scored 50 points, or I should say a team has scored 50 points and has lost the game. This is the first time in NFL history two teams have scored 50 points apiece. So crazy thing here that a team puts up 50 points and they lose. First time in NFL history that ever happened. I believe the record was 216-0. That means 216 wins to 0 losses for a team that put up 50 points. But of course now that is 216-1. So incredible number and statistic there. With that being said, let's talk about the numbers obviously in this game as well. Patrick Mahomes, 33 for 46 for 478 yards, 6 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, did have 2 fumbles, so 5 turnovers. But that is sometimes bound to happen when you are in a game with this much back and forth, okay, and this many pass attempts and this much offense, okay. Patrick Mahomes with this game has now 37 touchdowns to 10 interceptions. He is lapping the NFL in touchdowns. The next closest is Andrew Luck with 29. He is a full, 8 touchdowns ahead of Andrew Luck. So the MVP, yeah, it's probably going to Patrick Mahomes unless Drew Brees just goes on an insane tear in the second half of the year. But we'll see about that. Tyreek Hill. Boy, if you did not think Tyreek Hill was a top 5 receiver before this game, you probably think that now. This man is easily the fastest receiver in the NFL. Yep, I said it, faster than AB, faster than any other receiver. He has burners, man. Tyreek Hill is fast. 10 catches for 215 yards and 2 touchdowns. And he could have had a bigger day, really. Travis Kelce, arguably the best tight end in the NFL. I think he is the best tight end in the NFL now, with Gronk not being himself, who had 10 catches, 127 yards, and a touchdown. Chris Conley, their third receiver, 7 catches, 74 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Kareem Hunt, 3 catches for 41 yards and a touchdown. So that was the distribution for the Kansas City Chiefs. On the other side, it was much more spread out with the Los Angeles Rams. Jared Goff put up 31 for 49 for 413 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. So a little cleaner with no picks thrown, but he did still have 2 fumbles. Brandon Cooks, 8 catches for 107 yards. Josh Reynolds, 6 catches, 80 yards, and a touchdown. So he did very well in replacing Cooper Kupp. Though he is not Cooper Kupp, he did a decent job. Robert Woods, 4 catches, 72 yards, a touchdown. Gerald Everett, 3 catches, 49 yards, 2 touchdowns, including the game-winning one. Tyler Higbee, 6 catches for 63 yards. Combined, Combined, both these teams put up 1,001 yards of total offense, folks. That is insane to me. 1,000 yards of total offense between these two teams. That is crazy. And you know what? A lot of people might come on and say, Faiz, this much offense, you know, I don't like to see it. It felt like an all-star game, and, you know, I want more defense and whatnot. Look, I get all that. But here's the thing. The beautiful part about this game and why I felt like it was not like, oh, no defense is being played, because I actually thought there was defense being played. Like I said, you had 5 turnovers by Patrick Mahomes. You had 2 by Jared Goff. So there were plays made by the defense. Marcus Peters had 2 picks, I believe, including the game-ending one. This game ended on a defensive play. So both teams were putting up defensive efforts and trying to stop the other team from scoring. It's just both these teams and their coaches, their coaching staff, are way too good at what they do, which is design and scheme plays. I'm talking about, of course, Sean McVay, and I'm talking about Andy Reid. Both these guys were playing chess with one another, and so that's why you saw the offense that you saw. So what can we take away from this game? Okay, after all of the numbers, all of the offense, and we have a winner, what can we take away from this game? Well, we can take away the fact that I have said this from the start. The Los Angeles Rams, since the beginning of the NFL season, have been my Super Bowl pick. And to me, they proved tonight that they are slightly better than the Kansas City Chiefs. And the reason I say that is because I believe the Rams defense, when push comes to shove, is better than the Kansas City Chiefs defense. Now, if this game was being played in Kansas City, we might talk about, you know, the Chiefs defense a little differently, because they play a lot better at home. But again, if we're talking about the Chiefs defense overall, home and away, and we talk about the Rams defense overall, home and away, I would take the Rams defense over the Chiefs defense. Offenses, I mean, it's picking like between 1 or 2. It's really close. Like you can't go wrong here. Like I said, with both of these offenses. So it really comes down to the defense, and that's why I think this game proved it. Again, I wish both of these teams could win this game, because nobody deserved to lose. This might be the only time in NFL history I would not have minded a game ending in a tie, because neither team deserved to lose. But point being is, it showed that the Rams are just a little bit better than the Chiefs, and that is what I took away from this game. Look, Patrick Mahomes was unbelievable. It's hard to criticize a game in which somebody throws 6 touchdowns, but those 2 interceptions, namely the last one, felt a little forced. I know he was looking for Tyreek Hill, but there was 2 guys back there, and it was easily picked off. The one before that, where I think Marcus Peters intercepted that one, it looked a little short, but I think he did get hit by a D lineman, so maybe that altered the throw a little bit. But Patrick Mahomes was forcing things. But again, hard for me to criticize when you throw 6 touchdowns and you are always trying to push the ball down the field. That's just something that sometimes happens. With that being said, still, you know, you try to limit the amount of turnovers, but sometimes it's inevitable. What I will fault both of these guys more so for are the fumbles in which they were not able to hold on to the damn ball. So that I would probably fault them more for than the interceptions themselves. But overall, man, crazy game, exciting game. I loved every second of it, and more so because I thought defense was being played. I just think these 2 offensive coaches are the best in the NFL. Arguably, I think you can put Kyle Shanahan up there. I think Matt Nagy is up and coming, the Bears head coach. But Sean McVay, man, Sean McVay is the truth. And Andy Reid, we know Andy Reid and his offensive genius. So just a beautiful, beautiful game to watch here, folks. Like I said, man, if the Super Bowl is not the Chiefs and the Rams, I might not want to watch it. I just might not want to watch it, because you know what? The Super Bowl is going to be a letdown if it's not these 2 teams, okay? It could be any 2 teams. If it's not these 2 teams, it might be a letdown, folks. So that's what I took away from that game. I'm going to be sad watching the next week's Monday Night Football game and saying, boy, do I wish we could rewind back to last week. My God. So there you have it, folks. My thoughts on the game of the year. Let me know if you guys agree with me or disagree with me. Leave a comment down below. As always, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.